6.7 common logs. Here we go. Now, a common log, it's a log with a base of 10. Okay, so he gets a special name. Why do you think the base of 10 log gets a special name? Anybody know why? Anybody want to take a guess? No guesses? No nothing? Okay. Everybody look at your hands. Okay, look at your hands. What do you see?
9 fingers.
Ah! Not 9 fingers, I hope not. Well, 9 if you've been in a freak accident, I guess. I was almost one of those statistics. I'll tell you that story later. But you should see what?
10.
10 fingers, right? We have 10 fingers, okay? Now, why is that relevant? Not just that. What do we count by?
10.
Tens. Why do we count by tens?
So 10 fingers.
I guess, I don't know, but maybe.
Probably not.
Maybe, probably not, but we do, right? Okay. Our number system is based off of tens. So they give the common logarithm base 10. So the other part, since it is the most common one of all, they notice how it says usually written without the subscript of 10. So it's just log of 5, log of 0.3, log of this. Which also means that log button on your calculator, that's right here, next to 7, everybody see that? That log there has a base of 10. Okay? So that log has a base of 10. Okay? So where this comes into play, make sure you know what a common log is. That'll be a vocab question in your test. Common log, a log with a base of 10. Where this comes into play is this. All right? I'm going to put a problem up here. You guys don't have to do it. Just look. That was a terrible 3. Remember those problems? Where you change 2, or you change 4 to a base of 2, and then you set your exponents equal to each other, and then you work them out that way, right? Remember those problems from the other day, last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that? All right. Now we're going to change the game up, and we're going to do this to you. Okay? We're going to do this. Solve 4 to the x equals 19. Okay. Now they still give you 4, which is nice. 4 is 2 squared, yippee. But 19, what do you know about 19? 19 is what? Or 19 is not what? It's not even. Alright, but more importantly, you can't do what to it? You can't break it down, right? You can't make it 2 to the whatever, 3 to the whatever, 4 to the whatever, okay? So, we're stuck at this point with what we know, which is why we do what we do with the lesson, because now I'm going to teach you how to handle this. Surprise, surprise, okay? So, here's what you do. Here's how you handle ones like this. You take 4 to the x equals 19. Alright, and now notice how I'm going to try to leave me some space here. Okay, see that? Because I'm going to put something in front of each one of those numbers, and that's going to be a logarithm. Alright, so you put a log in front of each number. Okay. Now, we're not trying to get too technical about this with the rules and everything and how they all work, but that allows you, once you put logs to both sides here, okay, it's kind of like adding to both sides, subtracting both sides, stuff like that. Once you put the log in on both sides, what it allows you to do is it allows you to take the exponent, which is x, and put it in the front. So you can rewrite this as x log 4 equals log 19. So you can once you put the logs into the problem, you can bring your exponent, your variable, down in front, and then keep everything else the same. Turn it into x times log of 4 equals log of 19. Okay? Everybody good so far? Okay, now, I want to show you guys. We're going to go a little sidetracked here for just a minute, but I don't want you to write. I just want you to watch, okay? Mr. Weir, please do log of 4 in that wonderful calculatory device. What do you get?
0.6020599.
Let's just round it to there, right? Okay, don't write this. Just watch. Don't write. Just watch. So 0.60205. You say the rest one more time.
0.60205999113.
99913. Now, is that 3 the last number? No. No. It keeps going on and on and on, right? All right, because it's a very ugly number. But it's just a number, right? So this is just a number. This log of 4 is just a number that's being multiplied by a variable, right? Like this. And we know that log of 19 is also probably just a what? Just a number. And we want to solve for x. We have a number being multiplied by x, and we want to get x by itself. What do we do? You divide not by x. You divide by the number. You divide by the number. So, instead of writing all this, because you don't even have all of what log 4 is written here, and you never will, because the calculator can't tell you all of it. So instead of writing it like this, what we're going to do is take our division and divide by log 4. So that's going to give us x equals log of 19 divided by the log of 4. Does everybody get to that point? Does that make sense to everybody? How it's just numbers? Okay, last thing to do is actually go figure out what that is. Okay? And here's how you do that. Everybody good? Alright, so you want to go log of 19 divided by log of 4. Now, when you do these, the most important keystroke that you hit is this parenthesis right there. You got to close that parenthesis before you hit divide. If you don't, you're taking the log of just 19 divided by the log of 4. And that's not what you want to do. You want to do log 19 divided by log of 4, like this. Okay? So make sure you close this parenthesis right here. Let me get the big finger up there. There we go. Okay? That parenthesis right there is a deal breaker for a lot of these problems if you don't hit it. Let me rephrase that. It's a deal breaker for all of these problems if you don't hit it. You won't get a single one right with your calculator part if you don't hit this second parenthesis, this parenthesis right here. Alright? That's the most important thing. But you hit enter and it tells you the answer is 2.1239. I believe it said round to thousandths, right? So that'd be what, 2.124? And that's your answer. Okay. Questions on that? Okay. Okay, so one more time. 6 to the x equals 42. First step, put a log in. So log 6 to the x equals the log of 42. Okay, you have to put that log in, and you have to do it to both sides because you have to stay balanced on your equation part. You have to put it in the first place because your variable's in the exponent and we need to get it down from there. This is the means to do that. So now that it's in there, you can put x in front over here. Log 42. Then we're going to divide by, yeah, I thought the purple might be a little dark. Divide by log of 6. So x equals log of 42 divided by log of 6. Like that. Okay? And you cannot, you can't reduce these. Okay? So don't try to do anything like that. Put this in your calculator. Now, here's the deal, guys. You need to find the right answer. Okay? You need to know how to plug this into your calculator correctly. But you show me this part, and then you hit equals, and you hit an equal sign here, and then let's say you put in, let's see what it is, log 42 divided by log of 6. All right, the right answer, if you round it right, is 2.086. Okay. Now, if you make the mistake of not closing that parenthesis, you're going to get 1.732. All right, I'll put that up here in pink just so we know it's wrong. Okay, so here's an example. The white is correct, the pink one is wrong, right? But you could conceivably do it all correct up to this point. So you show me this step. You show me that this is what x equals, that this is what I went and put in my calculator, and then you tell me this is your answer. I know, that tells me that the only error you made was putting it into your calculator. You did everything algebraically speaking correct. The only thing you messed up was actually typing in the buttons. You show me this with a wrong answer, you're probably talking about losing half a point. Now, if this isn't right, then obviously that's where the 1s and 2s and 3s come into play. But if this is correct and this number answer is wrong, that just tells me you put it in your calculator wrong. And to me, that's only worth half a point off. So make sure you work through the algebra to show me what you're putting in your calculator. Always show me what you're putting in. Okay? Everybody okay with that? Any questions? Everybody good? Okay, I'm going to go off the slide for just a quick minute. Do a different one. Erase all that. I'm going to make one up real fast. Let's say it's 2 to the x squared equals 3. Alright, 2 to the x squared equals 3. Alright, so same steps to start off with. Let's take the log of both sides. So, log of 2 x squared equals log of 3. And this time your exponent's what? X squared, okay? So make sure you bring the whole entire x squared down. So we have x squared log 2 equals log 3. Now what do you do? Yep. Make noises. Divide. Okay. Divide by log 2. Okay, which will give you x squared equals log 3 divided by log 2. Okay. Now, you need to solve for x. You have x squared. What do you need to do? Take the square root. Good. Square root both sides. Okay, so you have x equals, since I took the square root, I got to put in a plus or minus, right? The square root of log 3 divided by log 2. Okay? Alright, now, just so I can write it down here, that way you guys know what it is before I'm going to show you guys how to put this in your calculator. The answer is plus or minus 1.259 when you round. Okay, so write that down, and then I'll show you how you put that in your calculator properly. Okay, everybody good up here? Whoops, a little fast. Okay, so back with your calculator. The way you do this, you can do this one of two ways. You can hit first, or you can first hit second. There we go. Second square root, then do log of 3. Once again, most important parenthesis, close that. Divide. Now watch up top. Watch how my square root keeps expanding the more I hit. Okay, divided by log of 2 and then close. All of that should be under the square root, right? Because that's how we did it when we did the algebra part, because the whole right side was log 3 divided by log 2. So that whole right side should be square rooted, which means this whole thing should be inside the square root when you do it in your calculator. Okay? And then hit enter, and boom, there's your answer. And then put plus or minus in front, because you have two answers since it's squared. It's all about knowing how to use this beautiful, beautiful device. Okay? You know how to use it, this isn't too bad. Questions up to this point? Those are kind of the easier ones. Okay, this does get a little harder. Seeing how time. So, all right, let's do the second type then. We'll do that one today. Do a couple of them. Okay, so solve. 8 to the z minus 4 power equals 6, okay? Now, even though you have 8 on the left side, and you can write 8 as 2 cubed, it does you no good since the right side is 6, okay? So if it does you no good to change the bases at all, then don't mess with them. So because it's not going to do you any help anyways, so don't mess with it, okay? Now, your same step process pretty much comes into play here. Your first step is going to be to take the log of both sides. So we have log of 8 to z minus 4 equals the log of 6. And step number 2 is the same to bring down the exponent. Now, when you bring this exponent down, this exponent is what? a binomial. Good. It's z minus 4. It's a binomial together, which means it needs to be put in parentheses. So z minus 4, parentheses, log 8 equals log 6. Okay, everybody good on that? Now, there's two different steps you could do. What's one of them? Starts with a D. You could distribute, okay? Because log of 8 is just a number, right? This is the number times a binomial. You could distribute this through here. But you guys are almost, you guys are almost done with Algebra 2. So I think there's a trick you should know. Okay? I want to teach you that trick today. You see where the variable is? Variable's right here, right? It's the only thing we need to get by itself. Right? That's how you solve an equation. You get the variables by itself, right? So instead of going through the motions and distributing this log of 8 through here, this is a binomial and a number. What operation is right here? Multiplication. And how can I undo multiplication? Division. So I'm going to divide by log 8. Right there. Which will do what with these two log 8s? Cancel them out. So it leaves you with a z minus 4 equals log 6 divided by log 8. What's left? Which what will do that? Add 4. So z equals log of 6. Whoops. Tried to do the 8 with the g. Log of 8 plus 4 after that. And when you round that off and put that in your calculator right, okay, and I'll show you how to do that in just a minute, you get 4.86, we're doing thousands, so it would be 862. Everybody good up here with this? Everybody got this all wrote down so I can go to the calculator, yes? Okay, so for putting that guy in, you honestly, there's a second way to do it, which would be to distribute through. If you distribute through, and I taught this method to accelerator, and then I taught them how to do it the way we just did it. And if you distribute through, it's a lot messier. Okay, if you don't distribute and divide, there's literally no way to mess it up unless you miss that one parenthesis. Okay. So we had log of 6 divided by log of 8 plus 4 on the outside. So make sure you just put it in straight away like that. So log 6, close, divide, log of 8, close that, and then add 4. Hit enter on it, and there you go. Okay. You could also, if you want to, you could also break it up. Do log of 6. Divided by log of 8, hit enter, then add 4 to it, hit enter, and you got it.